You send a warm, positive message to someone you care about. Things have been going well. But instead of a warm response, you watch them go completely cold and quiet. If you are dealing with someone with an avoidant attachment style, the rules of pursuit are flipped. What feels like loving outreach to you feels like a threat to them, and your attempt to get closer is the very thing pushing them away. Avoidants possess an internal panic button. The moment a message carries an unspoken expectation for them to perform or validate your feelings, the button is triggered, and a defensive wall slams down to protect their independence. We are going to look at 4 specific approaches designed to work with the avoidant brain. These messages focus on lowering the emotional stakes, creating a space where a partner can choose to engage without feeling trapped by the interaction. Success here depends entirely on your own internal state. If you send these messages while spiraling or looking for a fix, the avoidant will sense that underlying anxiety through the screen, rendering the strategy useless. To initiate contact safely, we start with the no-pressure check-in. This message has 3 parts: a casual opening, a reference to a specific shared interest, and a deliberate lack of question marks. Avoidants are highly sensitive to emotional debt, the feeling that they owe you a response. By providing a no need to reply out clause, you remove the obligation. Paradoxically, that freedom makes them much more likely to actually reach back. A second option for making contact is the confident low-investment reach-out. This involves sharing a brief, self-contained story about your day. You mention a moment that made you think of them, then close the loop yourself. You don't ask them what they are doing or how their day is going. This works because an avoidant is drawn to partners who demonstrate forward momentum. They want to see that you are an independent person, with a life that continues to move whether they are there or not. That sense of independence is a relief. It removes the suffocating pressure they feel when they realize they have become the sole center of your universe. Both of these strategies succeed by extending a bridge for connection while starving the avoidant's fear of being controlled or burdened. Sometimes you find yourself in limbo, a period where plans fell through, or a silence has stretched on long enough to feel awkward for both of you. To re-establish contact without the weight of the past silence, use the open door callback. This text references a shared plan you once discussed, but it explicitly states that there is no rush to make it happen. This disarms their deepest fear, that their need for space has made you angry or caused you to write them off. You are showing them that the option for connection remains on the table, regardless of the distance they took. Once that message is sent, the 4th step requires a shift in your own behavior. It is called the disappearing act, and it takes place entirely away from the screen. You must physically put your device away. Step out of the digital waiting room and engage in a project, a workout, or a conversation with friends. Your genuine unavailability triggers the avoidant's curiosity. When they realize you aren't waiting by the phone, it creates the emotional vacuum necessary for them to actually miss your presence. Leaving the door open while you confidently walk away rewires the story in their head. It proves that being close to you doesn't mean losing their freedom. Even the perfect text can be undermined by the wrong follow-up behavior. Here are the 4 traps that will instantly trigger a retreat. First, the double text. Unanswered messages stacking up forces them to run. Second, heavy emotional lifting. A wall of text feels like an attack. Third, revenge distance. Meeting them with coldness proves connection is unsafe. Finally, over-explaining. Lengthy justifications create exhausting desperation. Falling into these traps confirms the avoidant's deepest fear, that intimacy is inherently demanding and will eventually cost them their peace of mind. When you use these strategies correctly, you align with avoidance psychology rather than fighting against it. You offer warmth without triggering the need for retreat. The text itself is just a tool. The real driver of success is your ability to stay grounded and detached from the immediate outcome of the message. Actively pursuing your own interests builds a presence that is magnetic to someone who values independence. When you are a person in motion, you become something to reach toward rather than something to escape from. Drop a comment and let me know which of these 4 texts felt the most relevant to your situation today. For more tools on navigating complex relationships, hit subscribe. Now, go enjoy your day and let the text do the work for you.